evening, Belize. It's Wednesday and this is News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Tonight, disturbing images from inside the Belize Defense Force. Damaged roofs, cramped sleeping quarters, worn-out boots and meals soldiers say are simply not enough. And it comes as millions in defense spending remain under scrutiny. Also tonight, government ministers are now floating the idea of raising the $10,000 spending threshold. But is the limit really the problem, or is it how that rule was used? Then, after more than 3 decades at the foot of the Belkin Bridge, Tony's Barbecue is being told it must move. A major redevelopment project is coming. But what happens to the longtime business that built its name there? And Belize's Freedom of Information Act has been on the books for more than 30 years. But has it truly delivered transparency? Delays, exemptions, and weak enforcement may soon face reform. Plus, the Tropicair hangar becomes a classroom, giving 25 young Belizeans a front-row look at careers in aviation. These stories and more are coming up in 60 seconds. Stay with us. News 5 starts now.
The Belize Bank Advantage MasterCard SME Business Credit Card. Whether you're managing everyday expenses, purchasing inventory, or investing in growth, this card gives your business the flexibility to move forward with confidence. Applying is easy. Visit any Belize Bank branch and speak with one of our SME officers. We'll help you find a solution that best fits your business. Your business is building Belize's future. Let Belize Bank help power what's next.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. At a time when millions of dollars in defense spending are being questioned, images now circulating raise a sharp contrast between what is being spent and what some soldiers are reportedly living with. The photos purportedly show BDF personnel housed under damaged roofs, sleeping in cramped quarters, wearing deteriorated boots, and receiving meals described as inadequate. The images have added a human face to the larger question surrounding spending within the Ministry of Defense. News 5 reached out to BDF Commander Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez for comment, but up to news time, there has been no response. It was supposed to be a safeguard, a $10,000 line in the sand to keep public spending in check. But in the unfolding Mira Millions scandal, that very limit is now raising serious red flags. Investigators reviewing hundreds of invoices tied to the Ministry of Defense have found a pattern that is hard to ignore. Payment after payment landing just under the amount that would have triggered tougher scrutiny. Was it coincidence, outdated policy, or a deliberate attempt to dodge oversight? Tonight, as government ministers float the idea of raising the threshold, the bigger question is whether the problem is the rule itself or the way it was used. News 5's Paul Lopez takes a closer look at how a procurement safeguard became a central issue in one of the biggest spending controversies in recent memory.
From the onset of the Mira Millions and the Ministry of Defense procurement scandal, there has been one common theme: hundreds of invoices that fall just shy of the $10,000 threshold.
I would like to urge the consideration of a lift of the threshold from 10,000 to a higher number. What matters is value for money, and 10,000 is simply too low for ministries to be allowed to spend.
This is what set off the controversy in the first place. Former Miss Universe Belize Isabella Zabani raised eyebrows with her remarks at a People's United Party event, but behind those comments is a bigger issue. The Ministry of Defense paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars in one day using dozens of invoices that each fell below $10,000. That practice is now one of the main reasons Prime Minister John Briceño called for a full audit.
In this instance, when we saw these continuous payments under 10,000, obviously it raises questions and it raises an alarm, and that is why I called the Financial Secretary to send the Auditor General to take a look at what's going on.
Before the $10,000 threshold became a major issue in the Ministry of Defense audit, it was a little-known rule inside government's procurement system. Its roots go back to 1968, when British Honduras had only 26 elected and nominated parliamentarians combined, and the internal spending limit was set between $500 and $1,000. That figure remained largely untouched for 50 years. Then in 2018, the Dean Barrow administration passed a statutory instrument, raising the threshold to $10,000. The same amendment also allowed accounting officers to sign government contracts valued below $50,000. It was a major change in how public money could be approved and spent, but at the time, it slipped quietly under the radar.
People ask me, what do you think about the threshold? So that shouldn't come from politicians. Those recommendations should come from the technical people, the financial secretary and his team. They should say, listen, this threshold of 10,000 or what is not working. This is what we should have based on, our experience, based on the reality of ministries in 2026.
It took 5 decades before the original threshold was increased from $500 to $10,000. 8 years after the last amendment, amidst the Mira Millions scandal, the threshold conversation is once again at the forefront.
The Coast Guard has grown, the BDF has grown, my ministry is growing as well. So for me as a businessman, if I'm going to be engaging in my CEO, can I make any decisions on the threshold of $10,000? And everything has to go through us, and the payments are getting bigger, the increase of cost on just about everything. Then it's time for us to look at maybe the increase of the threshold from $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000.
But the issue is not only whether the $10,000 threshold should change. The rules already exist, and public officials are duty-bound to follow them. Belize's financial orders place that responsibility squarely on the accounting officer or ministry CEO. Section 3C says that officer must ensure the ministry operates within approved policy and without waste. At the Ministry of Defense, that accounting officer was retired Brigadier General Dario Tapia. He will now have to answer key questions in the ongoing audit. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
After the disturbing images shown earlier in this newscast, the BDF commander is pushing back. Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez says the photos are several years old and do not represent conditions at any current BDF camp. He insists they should not be viewed as evidence of what soldiers are facing today. Who should fill Belize's judicial vacancies? Qualified Belizeans or foreign recruits? That's the question being raised by the Association of Defense Attorneys, which says the influx of foreign magistrates is becoming difficult to defend. President Richard Bradley contends that experienced Belizean lawyers are being overlooked despite meeting the qualifications for the posts.
The issue is that there is a magistrate in Toledo who is a foreigner. There is a magistrate in Belmopan who is a foreigner. There's a magistrate in Independence who is a foreigner. There's a magistrate in Belmopan There's a magistrate in San Ignacio, there's a magistrate up north, and there are about 3 or 4 in Belize City. All recently appointed. All appointed against the fact that Belizeans applied. Do you know, even up in the higher part of the judiciary, for judges, some of the persons who are judges in this country right now were at school with persons who are lawyers. So the point is that not a single Belizean gets appointed. You can't say, oh, then Green and just come up the other day and they hurry want to be magistrate. No, because that is not the fact. You can't say, well, they're not up to standard yet to be a judge. Because, no, they're even more qualified and more experienced than those who are sitting on the bench. So that is an argument that should go nowhere. The bottom line is that the judiciary is the third branch of government in this country. But a famous poem said that nothing or no one is an island unto themselves. You come into this country, we have, as Sharon is explaining to you, we have our traditions, we have our norms, we have certain things which are peculiar.
The Association of Defense Attorneys maintains that it is not criticizing the performance or questioning the qualifications of the magistrates, but demanding transparency in the hiring process. Up next, who really pays for stolen electricity? BEL says illegal connections are spreading from district to district, and paying customers may be footing the bill.
Accommodations License Renewal 2026 opens August 1st through the online portal. BTB is also having its license renewal clinic countrywide, starting August 10th in Corozal, then in Orange Walk, Key Cocker, San Pedro, Hopkins, Placencia, Toledo, Belize City, San Ignacio, and Belmopan. Remember, to successfully process your renewal at the clinic, managers with portal access must bring updated electronic copies of renewal requirements. Licenses will be ready the same day at the clinic. Accommodations operating beyond October 31st, 2026 without successfully completing the renewal process will receive a violation ticket. Operating without a valid license commits an offense. For more information, please contact our compliance officers at 227-2420 extension pound 247. Email hotels@belizetourismboard.org or WhatsApp us at 635-3688. Renew your BTB accommodation license through the online portal starting August 1st, 2026, or look out for the renewal clinic near you.
My name is Jadian Labern Ikal. I am 15 years old and I am a third-term student at Karasang Creek Technical High School. For a long time, Machakilha was quiet. Wrapped in the jungle, we felt cut off from the rest of Belize. No internet, no shops for food, and no health care. To get to school, it was an 1.5-hour hike. During the rainy season, the mud was almost knee-high. Sometimes we even had to swim across a flooded creek just to get to class. When the sun went down, I did my homework by the light of a candle. We could never stay up late to study. We had to save the candles for the next night. In May 2022, everything changed. The road finally reached Machakilha. Today, it is easy for me to go to school because we have a bus that comes right into our village. I don't have to hike through the bush anymore. I don't have to worry about the rain or the flooded creeks. I can just focus on being a student. Now that we have solar lights at night, I feel confident. My homework is finished with ease, and studying for my science classes doesn't feel so tiring anymore. we finally feel connected to the rest of our country. Having these basic services makes us feel like we can be more productive, like we finally have the same chance as everyone else. My dream is to become a nurse and help the people in my village. Now that we're connected, I know my future is bright.
The Ministry of Rural Transformation continues to work with communities like Machakilha, transforming lives and strengthening communities across Belize.
Running your business just got easier with Medisco. Our dedicated representatives bring a wide selection of products straight to you, right when you need them. Simply choose the items your business needs and place your order instantly, fast, easy, and hassle-free. We offer a wide range of wines, spirits, food, beverages, and hospitality products from trusted brands, delivering quality and excellence for every occasion. Once confirmed, your order is processed immediately and prepared with care for scheduled delivery. From our warehouse to your shelves, reliable service you can count on every time. Ordering made easy, convenient online payment, efficient cashless delivery. Medisco, delivering products and payment convenience to power your business.
Rev up your engines at Puma Energy and get ready for an exciting chance to fuel, fill, and win. For every $30 purchase on fuel, a liter of lubricant, or $10 at Super 7, get a ticket to win one of 20 fuel prizes of $1,000. And here's the thrill. Fill up with Premium Clean Tech Pro and double your chances of winning. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Head to Puma Energy and Super 7 today for your chance to fuel, fill, and win.
Open your eyes, family. We the head west. Yes, San Ignacio, we the come. The Open Your Eyes Country Tour is rolling into the San Ignacio Welcome Center. And trust me, you don't want to miss this one. From the rich culture and delicious food to the incredible people and lively vibes, we bring the best of the West straight to your screen. Monday, July 27, starting at 6:30 a.m. live on Greater Belize Media. Open your eyes to beautiful San Ignacio.
When citizens ask questions of government, the law says they have a right to answer. But for more than 30 years, Belize's Freedom of Information Act has not always worked that way in practice. Delays, exemptions, and weak enforcement have often stood between the public and the information it seeks. That could soon change. The government is proposing the biggest overhaul of the Act since it became law in 1994, including stronger access provisions, an independent oversight body, and penalties for officials who intentionally conceal records. So, will this reform make government more open, or will the old barriers remain? Tonight, we take a closer look.
Government records live in many places, from digital databases to physical archives. These include official documents, reports, and information collected by public agencies. But if someone wants details on certain government spending, they cannot simply walk in and demand the file. They must submit a formal request under the Freedom of Information Act And once that request is made, the agency has 2 weeks to respond.
I should point out that this is in the history of Belize an exciting time because this is the most that we've FOIA requests that we have in history.
After more than a decade in journalism, Hipólito Novello is no stranger to asking tough questions. Now, he's among a growing number of Belizeans using the Freedom of Information Act to formally request answers from government.
Everything that has to do with the public purse, every taxpayer's money, how contracts are awarded, how I think grants are awarded, that should be public information. So we shouldn't be asking for those things. It should be out there. There should be a portal. Every ministry should have a portal in terms of accounting and the responsibility to share that information to whoever wants it in the public.
But getting information on government expenditure through a FOIA request is easier said than done. Government agencies can deny access to records they classify as exempt, even when disclosure may serve the public interest. The Ministry of Health and Wellness recently denied Novello access to information on government expenditure for vaccines during the COVID-19 pandemic.
I did not get what I asked for. I get a bit of information in terms of how money was spent in Belize for COVID and how grant money was spent in Belize in COVID. So that information, the vast of it, I believe, I did not receive from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
And he's not alone. In June, Public Service Union President Dean Flowers turned to the Freedom of Information Act, writing to the Auditor General's Office for financial records tied to the Mira Millions and Ministry of Defense procurement scandal. He ran into a stone wall.
She refuses in her response to say whether or not she will be going through the smart stream system, identifying that pattern of behavior by finance officers, and providing me with those information and the names of those finance officers who engage in this practice.
Social activist Jerry Enriquez also turned to the Freedom of Information Act, seeking answers from the Attorney General's office on how much taxpayers' money has gone towards legal fees in recent constitutional cases. But his request went nowhere.
After we requested this information from the Attorney General, he denied the information, saying that this information would, in effect, compromise the case, but also cause serious risks to the government of Belize, was somewhat what his response was.
In July 2025, I used the FOIA request to gather information on government expenditure from the Ministry of Public Service. I am in front of the Ministry of Public Service here in Belmopan, and I'm about to deliver a Freedom of Information Act request to the Minister of Public Service, Henry Charles Usher. This is in relation to the government office space rental. A new reform analysis describes Belize's current Freedom of Information Act as one of the weakest in the Caribbean. The analysis concludes that penalties are too weak. There's an absence of an independent watchdog over the flow of information to the public. There is no requirement to publish contracts or spending data, and exempted information carried too broad a perimeter. These FOIA requests go through the Office of the Attorney General.
When a request is made and a particular ministry or authority indicates that it's an exempt document, the process that follows then is that you would apply to the Ombudsman, ask for a review of that decision, and either party, either the government, the statutory body or the authority, or the applicant, if they're not satisfied with the decision of the Ombudsman, could proceed to the High Court.
As the law now stands, the Ombudsman can review complaints, but cannot make a government agency release the records or hold anyone criminally responsible for refusing. So what fixes the problem? One proposal calls for an information commission, similar to those in the Cayman Islands and Mexico, with the power to issue binding decisions. Agencies that refuse to comply could face fines of up to $100,000 or even prison time. The reform also calls for a national open data portal, where government would be required to publish contracts, budgets, assets declarations, and political financing records.
The minute a minister, a CEO, or any high government official, somebody connected to what you're asking for, doesn't want you to know something, they'll block you at every step of the way. You need to get that information. Not now, not ever. We're going to court, you're going to everything, and you're going to get it. And that's unfortunate.
The Freedom of Information Act is more than a legal tool. It is supposed to give Belizeans a clear window into government, from the decisions made behind closed doors to the way public funds are used. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
There's more news after the break, so stay tuned.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition. GE appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all align and turn the shower on. Feel gold, colder in the chrome. So bold from the ties to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you choose. All in one place, Design Depot. Everything you need for the life you want. Let's go. From the floor to the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up. Watch your dream home grow. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place.
Design Depot. All in one place.
Station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Rheem AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much-needed cash with an inverter unit which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Rheem. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Are you enjoying the incredible voices of KTV The Remix Season 8? Well, don't forget, the power is in your hands. This week, each remaining contestant has been assigned a new voting number. To vote for your favorite KTV contestant, simply text the number of votes, followed by a space, then your contestant's assigned voting number, and send it to 585. And remember, you can also send credit directly to your favorite contestant's assigned smartphone number. Here are this week's remaining contestants and their new voting numbers.
Listen to my heart and lay your body next to mine.
I really don't think you're strong enough. Do you believe in life after love?
We're gonna have a party tonight. Let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate and have a good.
And I'm possessive, it isn't She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Babies, but you won't have your man while he is busy loving every woman that he can. Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right.
Who will make it through to next week? Your vote can keep your KTV star on the stage. Vote before Sunday at midnight. Join us at The Bliss every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for KTV The Remix, Season 8.
Life is full of precious moments worth cherishing, moments that shape our present and lay the foundation for our future. But amidst life's beautiful tapestry, there are uncertainties we must confront. How do we secure today while protecting tomorrow? Introducing RF&G Life Insurance, your partner in safeguarding what matters most. With a RF&G Life Insurance plan, you can ensure financial security for your loved ones, providing them with a safety net for the future. From identifying and recommending plans suitable for your unique needs to expert advice every step of the way, RF&G Life Insurance is committed to protecting your family's legacy. Choose RF&G Life Insurance for peace of mind you can rely on. RF&G Life Insurance, securing today, protecting tomorrow. Your life, your legacy.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
A San Pedro teacher convicted earlier this year of sexual assault offenses involving underage students will remain behind bars after the court denied his bid to pause his sentence while he appeals. Alex Jason Norales, 47, of Barracuda Street in the Boca del Rio area, was sentenced to 18 months in prison after being found guilty on 2 counts in January. He had sought a stay of execution as part of an inferior appeal, hoping to be released on bail while that appeal is heard. But on February 27th, that application was denied, meaning Norales continues serving his sentence at the Belize Central Prison. The appeal returned before Justice Candice Nanton today, but it could not proceed. Attorney Leroy Banner appeared on behalf of Norales, substituting for Richard Dickey Bradley. The matter has now been adjourned to September 25th. Before then, the court ordered both sides to file the necessary documents. Norales' grounds of appeal must be submitted on or before August 14, 2026, while the respondent's reply is due by August 28th. Norales was convicted earlier this year on 2 of 3 charges and acquitted on the 3rd. At trial, he denied wrongdoing. The magistrate ordered that his 2 18-month sentences run concurrently, meaning he will serve a total of 18 months. He remains remanded to the Belize Central Prison pending the next hearing. Every illegal connection comes with a cost, and BEL says paying customers may be helping to carry that burden. Across the country, unauthorized power lines and tampered meters continue to drain electricity from the national grid, creating safety hazards and financial losses for Belize Electricity Limited. In some communities, makeshift wiring is strung through trees or left exposed near flood-prone areas, putting residents at risk of electrocution and fire. With the problem moving from one district to another, BEL says it is becoming harder and more expensive to manage. We asked Executive Chairman Lin Young how the utility plans to tackle it.
any plans to address the amounts of people that are stealing electricity in Belize? We know that we have all those illegal electricity lines. Is BL concerned about this and doing anything about it?
Very concerned. Very, very concerned, and we will do whatever we can to reduce that challenge. Yeah, to deal with that challenge. Yeah.
How?
You know, it's one of these things that if I go and explain to the public what we plan to do, it's a cat and mouse game, right? So if we say where the cat is coming from, the mouse is going to move, right? So.
Would you be able to tell us which district this is happening the most? At least that.
It's happening all over the country.
It has to happen the most somewhere.
It changes. It all changes. It depends on situation and stuff like that. Yeah.
It contributes to the fact that BL is in the red.
Yeah. Well, and whenever if you're making something and you're not getting paid for everything that you're selling out there, it affects all of us, right? Because at the end of the day, to try to keep the power lights on, we have to be it's increasing our cost, and then we end up having to ask for higher rates, etc. So it's an issue that we have to address as definitely it's an important issue.
Back in 2022, Belize Electricity Limited reported losing thousands of dollars each year to illegal connections and said it was ready to regularize households, but noted that inadequate infrastructure in some communities remained the biggest obstacle. For more than 3 decades, Tony's Barbecue has welcomed customers at the foot of the Belkin Bridge. Now, with a major redevelopment project on the horizon, the longtime business is being asked to move. The owners say they support the government's plans, but conflicting instructions about when they need to leave have left them searching for answers. Tonight, they're speaking out not to oppose the project, but to call for clarity and a smoother transition.
For decades, Tony's Barbecue has been a lunchtime favorite at the foot of the Belkin Bridge. Now with bridge renovations on the horizon, the popular eatery is preparing to move. The business is among several vendors required to vacate the area by August 15th. While co-owner Sarah Beck says they're willing to relocate, she claims conflicting instructions from officials have left her and her husband unsure about when and how that move should happen.
In the meeting, MIDH was there, people from the Belize City Council was there, and in that meeting, they told us that the bridge is not even going to be built until next year, and that the Belkin Bridge will be broken down after the Christmas holiday, so that will make the bridge available to the parade and whatever Christmas functions happen around that time frame. Thereafter, they told us we did not have to move until November, possibly December and January.
Prior to that meeting, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing had issued a public notice back in April, informing businesses in that vicinity of the planned renovations with instructions to vacate by May 7th. Following that notice, Chief Engineer Evandale Moody met with Belize City Mayor Bernard Wagner to discuss the relocations.
I have written to the Mayor of Belize City with respect to those relocations. With respect to the vendor near the taxi stand, which is just behind Sayview, with respect to Tony's Barbecue, and also with respect to the shed that is over by BWS, just across on the south side of the bridge. So I have written to the mayor with respect to those, and he has committed to ensuring that he works with these vendors to get them relocated as soon as possible.
According to Beck, Mayor Wagner has identified a new location for the business, not too far away from where they are currently based, near the Cleopatra White Polyclinic. We asked Wagner today how the council is ensuring that transition happens smoothly.
We don't want to see any entrepreneur out of business. We nurture and cherish all our entrepreneurs in the city. Tony has been a staple food outlet, barbecue outlet for many, many years, and so I was able to speak with them this morning and have a clear pathway on how we will get past this little bump in the road. I look at it as a bump in the road, We at the city don't want to see any entrepreneur out of business. At the same time, MIDH has its responsibilities as well to see the construction of the new Belcan Bridge, and we are always looking at safety for residents. So that discussion this morning was to really reassure Ms. Beck and Tony that the city stands ready to work along with them for relocation.
Tony's Barbecue isn't fighting the move. It just wants to make sure that the new location works for everyone. The owners say they're looking for a site that won't block pedestrian traffic and won't create concerns about smoke affecting nearby businesses or health facilities. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Coming up, Belize City's e-bus program turns 2, and Mayor Bernard Wagner says the investment is doing more than moving people. It is saving money, cutting emissions, and changing the way commuters get around the city.
Electricity is changing. At home, families are using more devices, smarter appliances, and connected technology. Across the country, businesses are growing, industries are expanding, and communities are finding new ways to live, work, and move forward. Behind that progress, the energy system must continue to grow with Belize. At BEL, modernizing the grid is part of preparing for what comes next. A grid with greater visibility, more accurate information, and better tools to manage energy as needs change. Through investment in digital systems, upgraded infrastructure, and improved monitoring, BEL is strengthening how electricity is managed and delivered across the country. Not just for today's needs, but for the future Belize is building. As new technology emerges, from solar generation to community energy systems, the grid must be ready to support them safely, reliably, and sustainably. This is the work of modernization, step by step, system by system, community by community, helping prepare Belize for a more connected, resilient, and sustainable energy future.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Are you enjoying the incredible voices of KTV The Remix Season 8? Well, don't forget, the power is in your hands. This week, each remaining contestant has been assigned a new voting number. To vote for your favorite KTV contestant, simply text the number of votes, followed by a space, then your contestant's assigned voting number, and send it to 585. And remember, you can also send credit directly to your favorite contestant's assigned smartphone number. Here are this week's remaining contestants and their new voting numbers.
Listen to my heart and lay your body next to mine.
I really don't think you're strong enough. Do you believe in life after love?
We're gonna have a party tonight. Let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate and have a good.
And I'm possessive, it isn't nice. You heard me saying that smoking was my only vice.
Dial about 1,000 numbers lately. Almost rang the phone off the wall. Looking for some hot stuff.
She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Babies, but you won't have your man while he is busy loving every woman that he can.
Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right.
to next week. Your vote can keep your KTV star on the stage. Vote before Sunday at midnight. Join us at The Bliss every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for KTV The Remix, Season 8.
Every dollar you save today is a seed for tomorrow. Let your dreams take root and grow. Belize Bank, your future, our commitment.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
Insurance fact. Did you know Home Protector Insurance provides liability insurance that is for licensing? Public liability insurance for the hotels and guest houses protects the guests staying at the resort. Tour operators insurance for on-site tourists and marine passenger liability for passengers. You take care of your guests, we'll take care of you. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
If you've ever complained about noise from a nearby bar or wondered how liquor licenses are approved, the Ministry of Local Government wants to hear from you. The ministry is bringing its proposed liquor licensing reforms to Belize City next week, giving residents, business owners, and event promoters a chance to weigh in on changes aimed at tackling issues like excessive noise, open-air bars, operating hours, and fairness in the licensing process. Mayor Bernard Wagner says public consultation is part of a nationwide effort to ensure communities help shape the rules that affect them. Here's more on that initiative.
Again, with the liquor license reform is a local government-driven initiative being conducted across the entire country. And so Belize City is one of those stops, and that will be on next week, Tuesday, at the House of Culture, right at 6 o'clock, I believe. But it's an opportunity for residents to come out and really engage and be a stakeholder in this reform in respect to liquor license.
2 years ago, there was plenty of skepticism when Belize City rolled out its first electric buses. Today, the Belize City Council says the e-Ride program has become one of the city's most successful transportation initiatives. Since launching on July 22, 2024, with just 2 buses, the service has logged nearly 384,000 passenger rides, including 100,000 trips by senior citizens using the subsidized $1 fare. Council officials say ridership is still climbing, with record-breaking daily numbers, lower operating costs, and hundreds of tons of carbon emissions avoided. As the city celebrates the program's 2nd anniversary, Mayor Bernard Wagner says the investment has exceeded expectations and is already paying dividends for commuters and the environment.
It's a great opportunity to really look back at how this project has been a game changer, right, in the city. Just this morning I was given the real updated figures. I know that our council page had said that there were like 370,000 rides documented, but that was up to ending of June, right? Those figures are really like 384,000 rides. Since we started this program, with 100,000 of those rides being to our senior citizens and our golden citizen. We really appreciate the golden citizen, and also having the ability to serve our students, right? And one of the good things coming out of this report, which is a full report of the performance of the bus, it shows that our pricing structure, which is $3 for the general ride, $1 for senior citizens and $2 for students. It shows that that pricing structure really subsidize the VIP. The general people that pay $3 subsidize the senior and the students.
Is it a profitable venture for the city?
Of course.
How is it accounted for?
Yeah, this report was conducted by Dr. Curtis Boudou, right? He was the e-mobility expert by the UNDP, and it speaks to really comparing e-mobility with the ICE vehicles, and in this report it really clearly shows that some of the executive insights, it shows that like 41% lower in costs, right?
According to a feasibility study commissioned by the United Nations Development Program, the carbon efficiency of Belize City's 2 e-buses is the equivalent of taking 90 vehicles off the road per year. Mayor Bernard Wagner says public response has been overwhelmingly positive, especially among students, women, and senior citizens. In fact, the service has been so profitable that the council is already planning an expansion of the network and is working to acquire 3 additional electric buses.
It's a good thing for you to look at and see how they have embraced this project, or the residents in the city speak so well of this project. We have a young child, our youngest, a young student, Emery, right? And he is so in love with this bus. He actually got a book written on the e-bus, and so seeing this project, how it has positively impact our children, our women, and our most vulnerable golden citizens in our society is enough for me.
What's the plan for expansion?
Yeah, of course, we need to really look at how we are expanding. There are demands for additional bus. We are already working out the areas in that. We are looking at the Central American Boulevard. We are looking at really connecting the Jane Ushers, the Yabra, the Penn Road, the Farbers Road, and some of the Belama Phase 4 and 5 areas as well. But we have been working in respect to acquiring 3 additional buses. I don't want to give the time, because when you're dealing with electric bus, it takes a while to reach out. But hopefully, I will be having those before I demit office.
While the e-buses currently being used by the Belize City Council were provided through a program funded by the European Union, the council will purchase additional buses using the proceeds from its e-ride service. For most kids, an airport is where a vacation begins. But for 25 young Belizeans, the Tropicare hangar became a classroom today, offering a front row seat to careers that keep the aviation industry moving. The students are the first participants in Belize's inaugural STEM aviation camp, a week-long program giving them hands-on exposure to everything from aircraft engineering and air traffic control to firefighting and aviation maintenance. News 5's Brittany Gordon stopped by to see how the camp is helping young minds take flight.
Belize's aviation industry gave 25 students a behind-the-scenes look at life beyond the runway today. Inside Tropicair's hangar, the first cohort of the country's STEM aviation camp got a hands-on exposure to careers ranging from aircraft maintenance to engineering. The initiative, led by the STEM U Foundation and Deep Blue Avionics, aims to bring STEM education to life through real-world experiences, says St. Catherine Academy Vice Principal of Student Affairs, Jamie Usher.
One of the best comments so far has been, wow, so I don't only have to be a pilot. So this has really broadened the lens of how students in Belize see aviation. So we have exposed them to at least 8 different career pathways that it can look like, including one of the most exciting ones where we have engineers working with aviation, and we have a welding component that STEMU is facilitating. And so it's really been exciting.
Students have traveled from Belmopan, Corozal, and Orange Walk to Belize City for the camp, where they wasted no time putting their lessons into practice. Inside the aviation environment, they got a first-hand look at the wide range of STEM careers that keep Belize's civil aviation industry flying, from engineering and maintenance to air traffic operations and safety services. We asked a few participants what they'd learned so far throughout the course of the week.
I learned that there are boys and girls who are pilots, and Miss Terry from Deep Blue Avionics taught me that not only boys but also women can be pilots and engineers like her.
I learned about the 4 forces of a plane: drag, thrust, lift, and weight.
I learned that this summer camp can expose children to other fields, so when they choose their career choice, they would have experienced almost everything, so they don't feel like they've missed out on anything at all.
So I learned about the phonetic alphabets that are Y for Yankee, A for Alpha, B for Bravo, like that.
The camp started with 2 days of classroom learning, where students got familiar with aviation terms and the phonetic alphabet. Now they're taking that knowledge into the field, touring the municipal airport, and preparing for visits to the BDF Air Wing and the Civil Aviation Department. STEMU founder Jairus Mitchell says the organization was created to open doors through camps, vocational training, and professional development in high-demand fields like engineering, agriculture, healthcare, and information technology.
So for the STEM aviation, the curriculum is really around the basic principles of aviation and how a career in aviation, what it would look like, whether it's an aviation firefighter, whether it's a pilot, whether it's an air traffic controller, showing the kids these jobs and giving them something to aspire to.
Mitchell says that while many students are eager to learn and explore these fields, often there are limited opportunities for them to explore.
So a lot of the camps that we do here in Belize is a mirror of what we do in the States. I have to admit that the programs that are here in Belize are unique in the fact that the access. Most of the children we see may need more access.
The organizers say that the camp's success has been fueled by strong support from the aviation partners, who joined forces to make the first of its kind initiative possible, setting a solid foundation to deliver an impactful experience and expand the program annually. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Team Belize has received a major financial boost ahead of the 2026 Central American and Caribbean Games in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Minister of Sports Anthony Mahler presented a $50,000 contribution from the government of Belize to the Belize Olympic and Commonwealth Games Association to assist with the country's participation in the regional games. The funding will help offset travel and competition expenses as Belizean athletes prepare to represent the nation on one of the region's biggest sporting stages. With the countdown underway, athletes and officials gathered over the weekend for a final briefing ahead of departure to Santo Domingo. Team Belize will compete in 2 major international multi-sport events this summer. 5 athletes will travel to Glasgow, Scotland for the 2026 Commonwealth Games and for the Central American and Caribbean Games. Belize will be represented in cycling, basketball, beach volleyball, and sailing. After the break, Buddy is finally safe. The dog seen in that widely shared abuse video is now in foster care, and his rescuer says he is slowly learning what kindness feels like.
Connect connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
We're ready for the road. We're ready for the road. So we're ready, yeah, we're ready, yeah, we're ready, 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 yeah, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
The next station is not just a place. It's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Over the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
The government of Belize has announced the return of GST-free shopping days for school supplies, giving families another opportunity to save ahead of the start of the new school year. This is the second consecutive year the tax relief program is being offered, but shoppers will notice a significant change. Last year, the exemption applied over 2 full weekends, Friday through Sunday, giving parents 6 days in total to purchase qualifying school supplies without paying the 12.5% general sales tax. This year, however, the relief has been reduced to just 2 Saturdays, August 15th and August 29th. The GST exemption will apply only to approved school-related items, including supplies and other educational materials, and businesses participating in the program are expected to clearly identify qualifying products. His story sparked anger, sadness, and calls for justice. Tonight, Buddy, the dog seen in a widely shared animal abuse video, is finally safe. A local rescuer has taken him into foster care and says he's slowly adjusting to a life filled with the care and attention he deserves. Here's the latest on Buddy's recovery.
I just saw the post on Facebook like most everybody, and I think I had probably seen it towards the when it was first posted, and broke my heart, and I couldn't really sleep very well that night. I just felt like I needed to do something. I just couldn't stop thinking about how the dog felt, and what would be how he was feeling now, and at the time, and just the fear, and it was just really hard to go back to sleep. And by morning, I knew I was going to be the one taking him, and I had told my husband that morning, hey, by the way, we're going to go foster this dog. Right now, he's thriving, doing very well. He definitely has a lot of fear with doors opening, just any loud noises, fast movements, going to pet him. He squints in fear, but then realizes it's safe now. So I can tell he feels safe. He smiles now. In all the photos I've done, my daughter's done, he just has a smile and his eyes are smiling. And even though, he had gasoline poured in his eyes and then beat with a stick, and, we went to the vet this morning, he still has that character. It just needs to come out with his trust. And he's going to learn trust, and it'll probably actually happen faster than we think, just because he is so receptive to our care, and he's not aggressive at all. And he's just really a wonderful dog.
In the aftermath of the incident, animal activists have launched an online petition to end animal abuse in Belize through stronger penalties and stricter enforcement. Platform shoes, dazzling lights, and wall-to-wall hits from the disco era. Tuesday night at the Bliss Center was a blast from the past as KTV The Remix turned back the clock for disco night. The contestants brought their biggest performances yet, channeling legendary artists and filling the stage with energy, personality, and a whole lot of rhythm. From perfect scores to crowd-pleasing moments and unforgettable performances, the competition is heating up as singers battle for a spot at the top. Here's a look at the highlights from Night 3 of KTV The Remix, Season 8.
Yeah, they were dancing and singing and moving to the groove, and just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy."
Night 3 of KTV The Remix Season 8 live show brought energy and entertainment with Disco Night.
Dial about 1,000 numbers.
Contestant number 5, Tamika Gordon, scored 10s across the board with her rendition of Donna Summer's Hot Stuff.
I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. I want some hot stuff, baby, this evening.
KTV host William Neal understood the assignment. He arrived dressed to match the disco theme and then lit up the dance floor with moves that would make any disco king proud. Contestant number 8, Judson Baker, was also among the top performers of the night. He was 1 point shy of a perfect score, following his rendition of Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
Dancing and moving and grooving to the music, and just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy."
I was once the only white guy at a quinceañera, and the DJ played his song, and it just, I don't know, it inspired me, so I felt like I had to do it.
And sharing this one and only life.
Bhumika Nandwani was another crowd favorite after she performed her version of Candice Tatton's Young Hearts Run Free.
You know what we are tell you, come out your shell a little bit more. You know what I want you to do? Go home, go front of the mirror, dance crazy wild. You know when they say dance like nobody to watch you? And just like get used to just wilding out.
So you're going home, go get wild?
Yeah.
She told me her name was Billie Jean as she crossed the scene.
Contestant number 6, Tiana Sterling, took on a true classic, delivering her rendition of Michael Jackson's iconic hit, Billie Jean. With the King of Pop's legendary song as her choice, she faced the challenge head on and made the stage her own.
And don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And my mother always told me, be careful who you love and be careful who you trust, cause a lie becomes the truth. Hey, Billie Jean is not my lover.
Not every woman I see is a potential threat.
While Tiara dressed the part in a chrome blue jumpsuit for her rendition of Disco Mix from ABBA.
And that smoking was my only vice. But now it isn't true. Not everything is new. And all I've learned has overturned. I beg of you.
Listen to my heart.
From contestant number 1, Saul Briseño's version of You're a Woman from Bad Boys Blue.
Let me fill your soul with all my dreams.
To contestant number 2, Wendy Liver's attempt as Cher's Believe.
I really don't think you're strong enough. Do you believe in life after love?
Let's all come on down and have a good time.
And contestant number 3, Trevette Campus's rendition of Kool and the Gang's Celebration.
Let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate and have a good time. Oh yeah!
After delivering standout performances, each contestant listened attentively and took the judges' constructive comments in stride. The duets portion of the night was equally entertaining. The performers were strategically paired and the top singers walked away with 5 extra points.
Cause the hard won't lie. Sometimes life gets in the way.
Ultimately, Tamika Gordon got to spin the wheel to determine the genre for next Tuesday's live show.
From all of us here at the Bliss Center and Greater Belize Media, I am William Neal. Keep dancing, keep voting, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. for night 4 of KTV The Remix, when the contestants take on R&B.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, why are foreigners filling posts qualified Belizeans want? Lynn Ava Lu commented, there are intelligent judges in Belize who can fill these positions. This must be investigated. There's something going on behind the scenes. Put your people first. Belizeans first. We are the priority. The bench must reflect the Belizean people. Turning to 30 years at the bridge, now Tony's Barbecue must move. Carlos Sawyers shared, what's the big deal? Just move the business from government land where it shouldn't have been built in the first place. And finally, on Aviation Comes Alive for 25 Belizean students, Magda Vea shared, this camp program should eventually be extended to children of all districts. This is a great program or camp. Hats off to those in charge. Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.